some audio issues. We're going to keep talking through it, though. Let's kick this thing off with a question of the night to the all-day family, though. You guys are checking in on the chat already. You're loading it up. You know Lofa and I will be here for as long as you're loading up that chat. The question of the night, though, is where are you watching from? That's all you got to do. Roll call.
Oh,
where are you? Where in the world are you? And then I like to ask what has you the most pissed off, especially after a night like tonight. So that's bonus if you want to go ahead and load that into the chat. Also, commenters and people that like the video, they get prizes. There's a giveaway just like there is every single time on here. We will be giving away tonight some all-day merch. If you look at our guy here, there's some all-day merch coming very soon. There's a brand new merch store going to be opening up. So all you got to do is comment, like this video, or do we pick the comment? What you were saying something before we came on the air.
I don't remember. What did I say?
You said we'll pick from the best comment who tells us so.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
What were you most upset about, right? That's what we're,
Yeah.
Like, let's get down and dirty.
Which is a more polite way of saying what has you the most pissed off.
True.
Okay. 29-20, you see it there on the screen. Did we overlook the Giants?
I don't think so. I think any given Sunday in this league, ladies and gentlemen, I think we just got our asses kicked. Down and dirty, old-fashioned, a team that's been reeling and trying to figure out their identity. I think they found something with this guy I picked up on the waiver wire, Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Who?
Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Wait, what's his name?
The backup from the guy that ran for 129 yards. I always keep this is, insider information in fantasy. I'm in way too many leagues, but I always keep an open spot just to claim waiver spots early. And trust me, that guy got claimed.
Pick him up. Yeah. What's up with the defense?
It was tough to lose Reek, and then all of a sudden Trey Brown gets thrust into and he had a rough day. He played very aggressive, and I love his playing style, and he's a dog. It just, at that point, I probably would have put Spoon on Slayton, and I probably even just would have went man a little more. I felt like Daniel Jones was just ripping the zone apart. Their receivers, even though Wan'Dale Robinson and Slayton, they were great against the zone, and it's tough duties. So I really think there should have been a scheme change in terms of how do we pivot and go to the next coverage.
Yeah. See some commenters out there sort of echoing my sentiments here. I see some. I'm not pissed. I'm embarrassed. Yeah. I kind of feel that one. People talking about the offensive line. We're going to get there. We're with the defense right now. I mean, we give up 420 yards to Daniel Jones and the New York Football Giants. I think, Seahawks fans come into this one probably a little overconfident with their number one running back out, with Malik Neighbors being out. That's a blow to my fantasy team. So he hits the bench on my fantasy team, but Tyrone Tracy Jr., 18 carries for 129 yards. That's 7.17 per.
That's like more than half a first down, bro.
Daniel Jones, who is much bigger in person than I thought he was.
Oh, he's a beast.
11 carries for 38 yards. They were running all over us and all over the defense. We didn't seem to be making any adjustments on it. What was going on?
Well, Daniel Jones is well recovered from that ACL from 2 seasons ago. I'll say that much. And the Giants have not shown to use him like this. So kudos to them. I give them credit. They came in here with, a game plan, especially down Singletary, right? So, Daniel Jones took some hellacious shots today.
Yeah.
And what tells me how tough Daniel Jones is, Derek Hall, who is a beast, ran full speed into him as he was spinning out of another tackle, and Derek Hall got up a little slow because, he's got that shoulder strap, and I don't know if it was that same shoulder that he hit him with, but Daniel Jones got up and, looked down, that was a good hit, but, Daniel Jones was up, and Hall was still kind of, getting up. And that was telling to me just, 3 games in 11 days, not making excuses, but, you know, we need to get some more guys back, some more dogs. We need more.
I mean, he goes, Daniel Jones, 23 of 34 in the passing game for 257, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. You know, first play of the game for them on offense was a disaster. I think they had a 2nd and 25 after that.
Yeah.
The crowd is in full throat thinking, you know, we're going to make his life hell for the whole day, and then they just go ahead and convert that long 3rd down and, you know, come right down the field. Now, we got the long fumble recovery.
Right.
With them going in.
A record.
There.
Right? You called that. You're like, I think that's a record. I go, it is, Brett.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, a record.
Yeah.
Not 101 that they said in the game. It's officially been changed to 102. Rayshawn Jenkins.
Rayshawn with the full-on club on his hand goes 102. Very exciting. I mean, we were under the Hawks' nest for that one. We were all freaking out. But then that's the only touchdown we scored for quite a while.
Well,
so
they played ball control, right?
Yeah.
22 minutes out of the first half, they had the ball, 21-55, and we, 8:05 or 7, whatever it is. And just, you know, you're going to get tired. That's no excuse. I didn't even think our defense looked tired. I thought just as the game went on, I thought scheme-wise it was more of a challenge. You know, the zone, staying in zone, there was just too many errors, too many pockets for them. And any quarterback, and I'm not taking anything away from Daniel Jones did, but any quarterback, if you give them time, because Rush was not up to par like it's been, they'll pick you apart, right? It doesn't matter if their number 1 receiver, Neighbors, is out. And we didn't let our guard down. They hats off to them, man. They played a hell of a game.
where'd the pass rush go?
Brother, we're going to file a missing pass rush report. Put out an APB. Tell your friends to tell a friend. We need help.
We need to get more turnovers.
Man, yes. That is the most alarming stat, especially from a Mike McDonald defense. Like, they not only stop you like 3 and outs. You know, just going back, his track record is amazing. And so once we get these turnovers, and I know it sound like a broken record, but it's a drastically different outcome of all these games. Even the Miami game, like, we get more there, and like, I know it was 24 to whatever, 3 maybe, or whatever, but we beat them 40-something. Yeah.
Bet Online. Let's do a sponsor read. Bet Online, the world's most trusted betting platform, your number 1 source for everything football. Head to the online casino after all of the games are over. Bet Online, where the game starts, whether it's the mobile app or their online browser. BetOnline.ag. Everybody, what was the plan on offense today? The game plan couldn't have been to only give it to Kenneth Walker. What's the official number here?
Well, at half, I think he had 2 carries for 1 yard. So
he ends the game with 5.
Okay.
Officially.
That's, you know, something, even in like the really close games, Grubb still managed to like run it like 15+ times. And like, it just, you have to put that out there for a defense to like know that, like, okay, because that's the easiest way to get beat. And it was still a close game. So like, I understand, even though we were averaging 6-8, 6-7 with K9 last week, and Sharps had, you know, over 8 a carry. I understand abandoning the run in the second half because we were down 2 scores. This wasn't, you know, we were down 10, 2 scores, but it wasn't 2 touchdowns. Is what I'm saying. So, yeah, I don't know. I still have faith and trust in Grubbs. It's just that was a little confusing to me.
Yeah. I didn't mean to move on to the running game actually too quick, but we kind of did. But, I mean, the score, I mean, it didn't get away from us too much, though. So for Geno to end up with the 40 attempts, I mean, it just seems like we abandoned the run game a bit too early. But the O-line gave up 7 sacks.
I think that's kind of where we got to, like, put the attention. And, you know, unfortunately, because, you know, you've brought it up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Everyone has.
I've made the joke 1,000 times. I'm getting annoyed by my own joke.
I know.
The offensive line is still offensive, everybody.
And I'm still gonna defend him, but Gino had no time, like literally no time.
Yeah.
And so still to put up the numbers he did, the numbers are great. Gino only concerned with the number in the win-loss column. He wants the win. So I don't know. And I think when they can just pin their ears back and they're not worried about the run, that is, kind of why you see 7 sacks. Because, they were not concerned about the run game at all.
I don't know if it shows up on TV, if you guys were watching out there on TV, but they're in the stadium. Sometimes it's like he's stepping up. It looks like he should be firing it. You see him holding on to it. Then he gets sacked. But honestly, there's no one open down the field.
Tight coverage.
Couple of times where he had nowhere to throw it.
Tight coverage. And, but, he took off and ran a couple times, and he still got it. Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even at the age he's at, was he 32, 30? But he looks good.
Yeah. However, on that one, needed the 1 extra yard, which, I know, look, they don't have the yellow line on the field like they do on TV. I get it. But it's from where you start the slide and they pull the ball back, and, it's not like I'm sitting here saying, hey, Gino, go ahead first, but.
That's one I would be shocked if he doesn't say he wanted that play back and he should have went for it. But yeah, just I think the thing that has me most bothered was the final sequence. I don't want to jump all, we're talking about how we feel about the game. It was just the final sequence because like my mind went to his big run, and then we get a delay game, and it's like whoa. For all as beautifully against the Patriots, we got down, there was 16 seconds left, and we got a play off. DK juked the guy, went forward, and we spiked the ball with 4 seconds left. And I was like, even the announcers were like, there's no way they get this play off. And I didn't think so either. We did. And then 2-minute, or end of the game to come back and force overtime, like Gino and the play clock, everything. It was masterful. So just to kind of see, especially, you have to burn a timeout right there, we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
That's these are tough and like kind of deflating when you really need it, and then makes for a longer field goal. But I have to say, and even he's already said it, JSN said he's got to catch that ball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a tough one.
That's one that he usually catches too.
Oh, he catches everything.
Ball's low. It's coming in hot.
Yeah, but it almost looked as if he was already turning, like because he's done it so many times. Like he's so good at making that transition, like tight roping that sideline, where a lot of guys, they're just, some don't even make that catch trying, like they're going straight through the catch and they don't even make it. So it's a tough catch out to the flats, but you got to make it. The ball was there. He even said it. And, and then the field goal.
How about, the field goal. Yeah. How about DK fumbling the ball again?
Yeah.
We talked about it last week, putting the ball on the deck again, everybody. Have you pissed off out there? You guys can comment. This is a safe space. How do you feel about it? That's his 8th lost fumble. I have looked it up, especially since our last episode. But since he came into the league as a wide receiver, that's his 8th lost fumble. I think he has 9 or 10, but has lost 8 of them.
Well, someone's got to jump on that ball, man. He's got to put it away, protect it. Am I worried? No. He actually had it secured. It was a hell of a play by the Giants. I forget who knocked it out. It was Banks, I think. Good play by that kid. But I'm not concerned yet. But it is getting there on the concern meter.
It's one of those things, whether it's a good play by the defense or not, whether it's unlucky or not, it happens more often than not. And as a Seahawk fan, I'd like to see it stop happening.
But it wasn't one where it was just ball was out here.
I understand,
right?
but that's the thing. But then there has been some of those along the way.
Yeah.
So one like today,
you're right.
I could accept if there wasn't the other ones along the way. And then this is just 2 weeks in a row. And since I was on it last week, I'll be on it again this week.
I hear you, partner.
That's all.
I hear you.
Okay. Oh boy.
Starts up front.
Yeah, the offensive line, right? Which I think can bring us to the running game and the lack of a running game, which we were hitting on. But let's get back into it here. Only 11 rushing attempts for the game as a team. And that includes Gino's scrambles, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So
K9 5.
as far as planned runs for the game, yeah, K9's got 5, Charbonnet's got 2. Gino, it comes down, he's got 4 carries on here, but
Was he our leading rusher?
leading rusher,
Yeah.
4 carries for 72.
72.
Yeah. But Kenneth Walker, 5 rushes for 19.
Yeah. I mean, on the heels of 12 for 80, I believe, against Detroit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Maybe the injury's still there, or I don't know. But, yeah, it's just to not even attempt it in a close game, that's got me just confused.
Curiously, he caught the ball a lot. 7 receptions for 57 yards, and they were splitting him out wide a lot. Also.
I love that, though.
Yeah.
So, like, a couple years ago, I was consulting for the Hawks, and in all spring, we had him out wide like Marshall Faulk. Like, that's how Marshall Faulk was used. And he was giving defensive backs hell. Not big body linebacker or somebody else walked out, but that's kind of what I do appreciate about Grubbs is like the pre-snap alignment. He'll put the wide out there or the running back out wide, and now you see, is it a big body? Okay, it's man coverage. And that's an indicator for Gino. And now Gino can go to work like, okay, I know which play to, because you go to the line with 2 plays. I know which one to get to. And one time we did have to burn a timeout. So it's, if you don't get to it quick, you know, that happens. But that pre-snap indicator is huge. And so I love that about Grubbs with his motioning and shifting. It's all to confuse the defense and like let us know what if they are on their cues and then if what they're in man or zone. So, but he's a special weapon, and we got to use him more.
But
man.
don't we have to be running the ball to then set up the play action pass so we can go down the field?
Yes.
Not enough throws down the field today.
Yeah, because if you're not threatened by the run, you're just going to sit back. Even like I would in a game, I would just back up to 6 yards. Like, why am I going to bite on a run when they don't have any yards or aren't even really attempting to run? And you know, you play what you see, but you still have an idea of what should happen. And if you study a lot, you know. And so, like today, man, would have been easy. Like, I could have put you out there, linebacker, buddy. For the Giants.
It felt like for us, I was out there at linebacker.
Dodson had some great hits, though.
Some great hits.
So did Rayshon.
There was a lot of hard hits, like you said. Some hard hits where, I mean, and then the tackle wasn't made afterwards, but we're hitting them hard. That wasn't really the issue. The issue was they were getting down the field 10, 12 yards before they were being hit sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Julian Love, we love him. He's all over the field. He's making a lot of plays. But when your safety's your leading tackler, that says something about the guys up front.
I don't think he was fully healthy either, and he'll never say it. But he had the quad contusion. He didn't. I think he just gut and will into this game because it's the Giants, his former team. And because the burst that he normally has wasn't really there, but he still laid out and put it on the line. And I thought he had a solid game. But you're right. Like, if they're getting untouched to the third level, because there wasn't a ton of times he was in the box, right?
If there's things you guys are hearing us miss, if there's things you want to hear us speak on specifically about this game, make sure you're loading up the super chats and all that. Lofa and I will be here to answer your questions and comments for as long as you're asking them tonight. The question of the night is just a simple roll call. Where are you tuning in from? That's a comment you can be loading in there. And don't forget, the commenters, they win things on this show. So we'll be giving away some of our own all-day merch, which will be coming out soon. That's just the first of many, everybody. Niners coming in next. This is a weird stretch for the Seahawks, playing the way that we did on Monday, and then this Sunday game, and then coming in with the Niners on Thursday, big division game. It's at home here, but it's not as if this road gets any easier, and that's what we talked about in our preview episode this week leading up to this game. And I mean, I basically got scolded, everybody, for looking down the schedule here. But this was my biggest fear, that somehow the Giants would come in here, do what they did today, and we got to play the Niners right away, and then go on the road to Atlanta, and the sky is falling. And
see, you're looking ahead.
I'm looking ahead, and I'm not pleased with what I see.
Are you pleased with being in first place? Silver linings, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Silver linings.
Here we go.
The Niners lost. The Rams lost.
The Niners lost to the Cardinals.
Unfortunately, yeah, it was
who
the
might be
Cardinals.
better than
Yeah.
we thought they were.
They are who we thought they were.
Are the Seahawks who we thought they were?
I think they are who we thought they could be and will be.
Okay. Yeah. I'm nervous right now that they are who I was nervous they might sort of. I mean, come on, man. We're 3-0, but who did we really play?
Oh.
And that was the narrative out there. Then we go play Detroit on the road. First real test against a real team. We lose by 13 points, but for some reason, Seahawk fans aren't pissed off. I'm pissed off. I try to tell you guys all about it.
True.
We roll into this game here. We should crack some heads. They don't even have their big dudes. Nope. Lose this one. Now here comes the Niners. Now here comes the real schedule. This is one of those games that if you miss the playoffs by one game, you've got to look back at the early games and just be really pissed off about this one.
I'll go there with you. Yeah, that you're absolutely right with that. That's this is one you look back because I do not think they are a great team, but I do think they had the right game plan, and sometimes that helps because when I've watched them, and even you, dating back to their game with the Cowboys, you're like, in the game that somebody must win.
Right.
It was ugly. And I didn't see, I have to look up the stats. I didn't see Daniel Jones rushing for like 100 yards on like 20 carries, right? And I know he only had like 30, but it was a crucial 30. And it was like tough runs too. Like we had chances to hit him, and he just wasn't going down.
I think Tracy Jr. leading into this game was like 2 yards. Then the next game, 3 yards. Next game after that, 2 yards. Oh, look at this one. 18 carries, 129.
He had a 20 burger in there.
Thanks for coming. How lit is that Giants plane flying back to New York?
Yeah. Because it's a long ride, but a win makes it a little quicker.
Yeah.
And but I think they really found something in Tracy Jr. because, like this is where they're probably like, Singletary, just take your time getting back, kid. You're going to be.
Oh, man. How about Darius Slayton, though, going 8 receptions for 122? Sorry, we're dipping back. I'm pissed.
No,
I'm
it's all
pissed,
good.
everybody.
It's
I
all
can't
good.
move on to the Niners yet.
No.
I don't want to move on yet. I'm angry.
Get it out. Get it out.
I will. I'm going to get it out with the commenters and the people asking questions, though. We got to get to some of your questions. Let's talk about Epic Seats, though, on our way there, because we have tickets to the Niners Thursday Night Football primetime matchup here in Seattle.
And we're all going.
If you want to take a friend, we'll definitely be there. But if you want to win tickets, we have 2 tickets from our friends at Epic Seats. All you got to do is sign up for our email list. There's a link below this video here.
Click the link.
Just put in your name, your email, press submit. We'll choose a winner from the list at random, and make sure you can go to the game. Okay?
Oh.
Don't you sign up if you can't go.
No, sign up and give them to a friend. Be a true friend, right?
I know, but half the time we do these giveaways, and then we try to go after a winner, and we're like, hey, you won the contest. They're like, oh, I live halfway across the country. I can't even make it there anyway.
Hey, that just means all day is global, baby. We're worldwide. That's what I heard.
Look, the point is we have tickets from epicseats.com. If you need to buy tickets or you need to sell your seats, do it with epicseats.com. Local Seattle company, been doing it forever up here in the Northwest. They are the best. Jimmy Seats and his team over there have got you covered at epicseats.com. Should we open it up and find out what the wild world of Seahawks fandom is thinking out there? To be flat honest with you, I'm a little nervous.
Let him in.
To get into this. But Aiden Espinoza. Yeah, see, this is why I wanted to get to it. Aiden Espinoza, who do both of you blame for this loss? I'm sick.
I'm going to let you take this one first, partner.
You know, man, I mean, who do I blame for this loss? I mean, there's the players on the field. There's the coaching staff. I feel like we could go through the X's and the O's. But honestly, the vibe around the building, the vibe around this team, meaning that building today, was weird. It was weird from the moment the plane landed. I feel like everybody in Seattle just chalked this one up for a win before it even happened. And then everyone has a plan until you get smacked in the mouth, right? Who do I blame? I blame I blame myself for taking the Giants too lightly. I was cocky too. We were filming Instagram videos on the way in. I'm like eating a hot dog. I'm like, see you after we annihilate the Giants, and we go walking into the stadium. I blame myself, but I also blame the defense for really just kind of just not showing up when they needed to. Dude, what Tracy Jr. They didn't hit him till he's 13 yards down the field half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beast.
I'm putting this one on the run defense.
He had some good runs, though. Like, give credit where credit's due. They won the line of scrimmage, and they won in the trenches. And I've always said the game is won in the trenches. They gave Daniel Jones time, to throw the ball. It's on all of us. Who do I blame? All of us, right? Because that's what happens in a loss. Like,
pick one person.
One person?
Yeah, come on. Who are you blaming?
The NFL. The fucking schedule, man.
No, that's
Holy
a lot
shit.
of people.
Yeah. No, that's one. It's one person, right? Whoever does the schedule. I don't know if it's in
It's got to be a computer.
GPT now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we got to find. I think I sent it to you where the guy used to he used to put these rings up, and I got to find the video because, ladies and gentlemen, it is fucking hilarious. But he used to put it up, and he said, the ones that were pinned means I got it right. And then every day I'd come in and my boss would just hit the board, and anything that he didn't like would fall off.
Oh my God.
And so can you just imagine the boss just kicking the shit out of that board? Just like,
I can't imagine making an analog NFL schedule and trying to figure out the different events. Like, when is Taylor Swift in town again? I don't know. Who's got the schedule over there?
Yeah, Epic Seats wasn't out back then. You didn't. It wasn't that easy.
Oh my God.
So
that'd be insane.
So it's like doing fantasy baseball on paper. I had a sick friend that used to do that. Who does that? There's 162 games, and you're just going to write down your roster every day?
Okay, so Lofa blames everyone and the NFL. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aiden, thank you.
Adam _ the Island Sun. You're telling me that our HC, DC, and defense couldn't stop Daniel Jones? Not Patrick Mahomes, Daniel Jones. We're talking
tackling like last year.
Or we're tackling, like last year again. Yeah, man, this is what I'm saying. Oh, man, all the shit we talked going into this game, all the shit we talked.
Yeah.
And then Daniel Jones just comes in and goes, well, I'm going to show up for this one game.
Talk about your all-time backfires. Yeah, we didn't know they had the Colt McCoy of running backs, all right? And it made me nervous when you said you weren't nervous about this game.
I know. And I'm trying to go with your whole silver lining. It's all good. Let's relax. We're still in it. We're still first place. I tried a slice of your guys' positivity.
No, we're still in first.
Okay.
It's not like bullshit. It's like facts.
We're technically still in first place.
No, we're still in first. Don't say technically.
Technically speaking, first place is still on the line.
Adam, good, astute observation. The tackling was not up to par. There were some just where we saw the swarming nature of the defense in the first few games. It did not look the same today. Regardless of starters out, there's a standard that's been set, especially from preseason through, and we didn't live up to it today.
I feel like a game like today was a game that we saw in years past that kind of got us to where we are today with a new coaching staff, new regime. This looked like a game that we've seen over the course of the last few years.
You talking about when I was playing?
No, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was eerily reminiscent of unfortunate events in the past.
How pissed is McDonald tonight?
Oh, I don't know McDonald like that, but I know he's about football. He's a football guy through and through. And it's when I lost the game, me and my boys, doesn't matter how you lost it, it's hard to sleep. Mm-hmm. And you just can't wait for that next opportunity to show who you are. And I still, even with the unfortunate tackling, the effort was there, and I was pleased to see that. Guys were laying it on the line. Defense was out there for 22 minutes. That is a fucking lifetime.
Yeah.
Right? Because, if you play 30, that's a full game if you split the ball evenly. So I just want you guys to remember that. I think I talked about in the past, 2008 when we were fucking trash, but we had so many guys on IR. But we went down to Miami, and it was hot as shit down there, and we lost. We came back, and like we're all in the morning workout the next day, and like the offense is like, fuck, my body hurts, and like we controlled the ball for like 31 minutes. And the defense was like, had a little pep in the step. Like, I feel pretty fucking good. Like, I mean, yeah, the loss sucks.
Yeah.
Like, we were still stewing on the loss.
Yeah.
But, like, it was kind of like, welcome to the party, pal.
Time of possession on this one, New York held it for 37, and the Seahawks for 22.
It's 3-1. Right? It's almost 40 minutes to 20.
Alina Dahl checking in first time tonight. Even though we lost, Rams and 49ers lost too, we're still on top of the West. The real test is next week. Yeah. Keep the positive vibes going. Go Hawks. Alina, correction. The real test is not next week. That's this week on Thursday in like 3 days. We have to play again against the Niners here at home, which, yes, the Niners did lose today, but they lost to a team that I don't think is the team who we thought they were.
Yeah.
To borrow a line from their old head coach.
I was wrong.
Right.
To not be concerned with them.
I'm not sure how bad that loss by the Niners today looks.
Yeah, Kyler Murray looks damn good.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say is he's back. He's back from his ACL. And we faced a guy that was back from his ACL today. And the guy that we're going to face down the line.
We're not going to look ahead. We got to kick it in.
So we got two teams. I wouldn't say reeling. The Niners probably reeling. They're kind of like, okay, what is happening right now? That's not going on in our locker room and with McDonald and the guys. I know that for a fact. You have to be real with the tape tomorrow, and they will. But there's only three days after that, and then you're playing again. So, like, not put it behind you, but take the learnings and move forward to be better, and they will. I think it's a wake-up call.
Yeah, I mean, if there was, I mean, not that they took the loss to Detroit lightly. I don't think anyone in there ever would. But for sure, after this one, I think this one has to have just a taste in their mouth that they want to get out right away. After the final fourth down, or whatever happened on the final play for the offense, Geno threw the ball a mile down the stadium.
Got a cannon.
Or McNeil, right? I mean, he just, like, I don't know if it was on TV or if the TV cameras caught that or not, but it was kind of like when we used to play basketball on the playground. You just punt one, you know?
No, I never lost.
Oh, okay.
True story.
All right, sure. Yeah, I don't believe that. What else we got? What's next? Stone Feet Forsyth. Seahawks D was Community P.
What's Community P? Am I too old for that? Do you know? I see some people laughing. Let me in on the joke. What's that mean?
McNeil, text Lofa.
Yeah. Never mind. Go back to sleep.
Stone's Feet Forsyth.
It was tough, man.
Tough sledding today.
Yeah. To give up 120 plus to a backup, right?
Yep.
You know, I'll take it back to 2010. This is actually a funny story.
They gave up 122 to Slayton also. We're kind of negating his big game. We're not really talking too much about his big game.
They were well balanced.
Yeah. I mean, 8 catches for 122 on 11 targets and a touchdown.
But specifically, though, the run game is the most alarming because even in coverage, that goes hand in hand with the rush. So, but the run game, you can't stop anybody. It's tough day. And I remember we were playing the Saints, and a guy by the name of Chris Ivory that no one had heard of. So Pierre Thomas is out, Reggie Bush is out, like all these guys are out, and then this kid Chris Ivory comes out of nowhere and puts up like $120 on us. And like our coaches are like, we don't even know who this is. Like y'all let this guy fucking run for 120 on you. And then like a week or two later, he goes against like the top rush defense in the league and puts up like another 120 or 130, and we're like, turns out that guy's pretty good. And I think that's the case. It's not an excuse for, you know, what happened today, but you know, every now and then, any given Sunday, but someone steps up and gets their opportunity, and they make the most of it, and that's what this kid did today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even speaking of opportunity, I mean, even with all of this being said, we had a chance to win this one.
Oh, yeah.
Had a chance to tie it up, at least. Had a chance to send it to overtime, at least. Did you think there was a shot that field goal was going to be made, though, at the end?
I texted you it's Geno time. Right? Like,
Oh, so you wanted to go for it on fourth down?
this is what. No. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
My bad. I meant just like we got the ball for him, and I think what we were down 2 with 6 minutes, we go down and score, and I was almost even of the mindset. I almost texted you guys. I was like, "Hey, should we just kick the field goal right now?"
Right.
On the opposite side of the 2-minute warning, right? But then I was just like, "Nah, I'm just being a fucking nerd, like thinking too much. Like you need the touchdown."
Teams
regardless.
used to do that in the past.
Yeah, but I'm sure like all the data scientists would be like, well, no, didn't work out for them. Whatever. But I'm saying either way, you need it and you want as much time left. But we got the ball back and Geno got us down there. And unfortunately, the kick got blocked. Hell of an effort by Simmons, Isaiah Simmons, right? And fortunately went the other way. Kind of just like Rayshawn went the other way with his opportunity.
What happened on that field goal attempt, you guys? Is that a penalty or not?
No.
I don't know. I didn't see enough. I was in the stadium. They didn't show it too many times, obviously.
Yeah.
I think the one guy's holding him down. The other guy's jumping over the line.
Yeah.
I mean, hell of a play. But I know we've tried to do that in the past. I can remember.
Yeah, Cam Chancellor, but Carolina. But I think if you're running, you're not allowed to jump. But he was on the line, and I think you're allowed to jump over from the line.
Does anyone know the rules in this game
there's
anymore?
There's got to be a rules analyst in here. I know my boy John.
Does anybody know the rules in the NFL anymore? Right? Like, you can touch them, but only if you're doing a standing jump, not if you're running. If you're running, then you can't touch him. If your teammate grabs him, holds him down, and you jump over, then that's okay.
Puts him in a full Nelson.
but make sure not to brush the quarterback's helmet if you're trying to go for a sack, because then
God forbid.
I mean, it's all over the place with the rules. Who the hell knows? Go ahead.
Johnny Langston, hey. Awesome catching up with you, brother. We were at Mission Outdoors today with Pressbox, and we had a great time. And John is a service member. Hey, salute to you, my man. Appreciate your service. Great connecting with you today, Savage. You as well. Today we ran traditional design run plays on 12% of their 58 snaps on Sunday. That ain't gonna cut it. F and A, man.
Yeah.
F and A. It was. We got to run the ball.
Yeah.
You got to run to have fun.
And stick to it.
Yeah, and Grubb's done that in the past. So that's why I was just confused, quite frankly. It was just even in games where it's just like we should air it out to preserve clock. It was like this time we had the clock and we just chose to air it out. And it was there. Like Geno played a solid game, efficient. It was there. So I can't fault Grubb there, but it's just K9 Sharps need more carries.
Yeah. Geno officially 28 of 40 for 284 and a touchdown. John, again, I'm always on the positive, but talk to me on what's going on with our defense.
Let him know, Brett.
Can't tackle anybody. Can't stop anybody. Schemes. Doesn't look that aggressive. I don't know. Send in Spoon only to have Jones hit a soft spot right over the top of him. He's not getting home on that.
I thought a little too much zone. We got the dogs to man up for tight coverage because they were picking us apart and then taking a shot. Run, pick us apart, first down, shot. And it's just like we were on our heels. That's what happened today.
We got outplayed.
Yeah.
I texted our group chat, we got outplayed, before McDonald went to the podium and said it himself.
It's time-stamped, ladies and gentlemen.
His quote here, I have it, just because I don't want people to think I'm making it up. He said, we got outplayed and out-executed today, all three phases, myself included. We need to get the run going. We need to get the ball to Ken Moore.
Who's Ken Moore? No, that's it. That's the recipe that has led to our 3 wins, right?
Yeah.
Just leaning on that to give Geno time so that play action actually works and they respect it. So, Yeah, it was just a shitstorm.
It's not good when your head coach is taking the podium saying, we got outplayed today.
You also said outcoached.
Yeah.
All right. So
I know.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, like.
Okay.
Yeah. So he
Okay, that's even worse. God. He got outplayed and outcoached. You're right. That's bad.
Well, he took credit. All right.
Right.
For he shared. That's what a true leader does.
I know.
Like,
I hear you.
if he was just to say, just got outplayed, yeah, then, you're, of course, we're looking in the mirror at ourselves after a loss, after a game. But when, the head man speaks, like, you listen and you observe all these things that take place. And it was rough, man, all the way around, right? I don't think anybody's happy.
Especially not me. Thank you guys for joining the chat tonight. It's the roll call question, or the question of the night is, where are you tuning in from? So load that in the comments. And remember, commenters and people that like this video, they get prizes. So we'll be giving out some all-day merch. New merch coming soon. Stone's Feet Forsyth, I don't know why I can't ever read that, is back in the chat here. He says, can't change my name for another 2 days. Most frustrating thing I saw was the slant pass. They never really adjusted to that. When the Giants wanted a first down, that was the go-to. I texted this to our group chain as well, I think. Can't stop the slant pass.
I know.
You're nailing it, Stone Feet Forsyth.
Yeah, and it's zone. We were in zone a lot today. A lot.
So why? Why did we play so much zone?
Well, it goes hand in hand with our pressure package, like how we replacement zone is what they call. So, like, sometimes we only send 4, but like there's 8 at the line, and like it just causes quarterbacks fits. But they did a good enough job in protection today and took care of. And then with the run game, like that's why some of those runs were hitting, right? So we'll take a hard look at this film and be honest with it. That's what those guys will do in that building, but. When the run game's going, man, which is why McDonald even said we have to get it to Ken more. It's like just that opens up the whole offense, and that's what we saw. The Giants' offense was open to anything they wanted to try.
Giants were 43% on third down.
Oh, that's a stat. How many do they have?
I can get that. I just have the percentage.
43.
Yeah, 43% to our 27%.
Yeah, that's telling. That's a huge stat right there.
It seemed like every time they needed a first down, I don't know whether it was on third down or not, they would just get right to the sticks and fall just past it. It was maddening. A lot of them didn't even get measured. It was like the referee just kept calling the chain gang down again.
7 of 16, and we were 3 of 11.
Yikes.
That's one of the main stats we look at in the NFL. Is third down conversion or efficiency, and man, that was brutal.
Yeah,
that time of possession, brutal. Turnovers like that. This can fix everything, ladies and gentlemen. Like, okay, here we go. We got the stats right here. Nice, producer Mike.
Yeah, first half, second half.
Yeah, and just it was, man, 43%.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's just the whole game there.
Yeah, but 43%, and then the time of possession, penalties, like. This is something we hadn't seen. Like I thought we rid ourselves of penalties, because that was like Holmgren's biggest issue was discipline. He was like, it's hard enough to win games in the NFL. Do not beat yourselves.
Yeah,
and
it's hard to win if you're playing 2 teams, the other team and yourself.
Yeah.
That's a Jedfish line.
Yeah,
the Huskies.
It's true story, friend.
He was right.
True story.
Yeah, taking down Michigan this weekend. How'd the Trojans do?
Fats McClure, thanks for joining the chat, brother. I hate you.
Sorry.
Why does this feel like a game Pete team would have won, but by some miracle?
Fats McClure.
Bullshit magic.
Yeah. Yeah. This does kind of feel like a game that Pete would be able to give that speech in the locker room. Can you win the game in the first quarter? Can you win the game in the second? Except, as I've said for years, I think you can win the game in the first quarter sometimes and in the second quarter sometimes. And if you score a lot more points than the other team in those first few quarters, then you don't have to worry about the last few quarters.
Tell that to the Niners that were up 23-10 at halftime.
Well, they should have scored more later then.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, you know what? It's not bullshit, Fats McClure. It's a mindset that Pete teaches that no matter what happens, he always said you have to go out there every play thinking something good is about to happen, right? And that's true in life, not just, sports. But I love the way you put it, though. Some miracle magic bullshit. I'm going to make a shirt for you, just for you. That's going to be on the merch line.
Look, hold on. We're going to get there in a second because this is one of those games where McNeil and I were talking about this all afternoon. Like, if they would have found a way to push that thing to overtime, if they find a way to dig a W out of that, because he was telling me, he's like, you'd be mad no matter what. And or one of those fans who would still be disappointed even in a win sometimes. It's like, look, the W solves a lot of things there.
Yeah.
Okay. But when we were 3-0 at the beginning of this season, there were a lot of fans saying, hey, this 3-0 doesn't even look great. And they're waiting for the other shoe to drop, things like that. I mean, the other shoe has dropped to some extent in these last two games. They need to pick it back up again. This is what I was worried about, even in some wins. And now they're losses.
First place.
For now.
First place.
Next up here, Alina Dahl. Should we allow DK to angry as it seems to focus him better on his catches but gets fouls, or should he be like Largent and go without gloves?
Ooh,
a lot of suggestions here. Who doesn't love an angry run? Who doesn't love a player who's going to fight for extra yards? We've watched Beast Mode up here for years. Angry Doug Baldwin.
Ooh,
okay,
good one. Yes.
Everyone loves players that fight for extra yards.
Yeah.
But you can't put the ball on the ground.
It's just knowing when the journey, like percentage-wise, does not tilt in your favor.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like the journey of the catch, like knowing when the journey is over and get down.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Okay.
Like even in Detroit, I mean, he ran two guys just flat over.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, one guy had him by the shoe, which kept him up. And I know he's digging, and he's just like, I can do it. And the linebacker comes out of nowhere and hits him. But, like, we have seen him break that. But I know what you're saying. We've seen more fumbles or ball on the ground than breaking that.
Yeah.
So just trust me, that is going to be a coaching point. And, but I do like him angry. Today, he didn't look angry. He almost had like a look of concern. So when he fumbled, he went to the side. I think he was just doing like some sort of meditation, and he was just like, but like in times past, I've seen him like, hey, like looking like, give me the ball back and I'll put it in the end zone. And so I don't know. That was something that I noticed today. So,
I just looked it up. It's 7 lost fumbles since 2019 for DK, unless they haven't added the one from today yet.
Oh, maybe that could be the case.
He's got 2 this year, right? So it must be updated. Yeah. So 7. I brought up Doug Baldwin. I have the stats here just in case you're wondering. Do you know how many lost fumbles angry Doug Baldwin had?
How many?
As a receiver?
No.
You want to take a guess? He was in the league from 2011 to 2018.
2.
0.
Okay.
It's just one comparison there. So, next comment.
Yeah, we were handing the ball to Marshawn. No.
Axel MTG. Both the Niners and Hawks lost baseball teams.
What happened?
What? Both the Niners and Hawks lost baseball teams. Upside down smiley face emoji. What's that mean?
Is this a riddle, Axel?
I don't know. Last time I checked, the San Francisco Giants were still there, but they actually play in San Francisco. The Niners play in Santa Clara.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Oakland A's moving to Vegas. They're going to be Sacramento for a few years before they become Vegas, but that's Oakland. And the Oakland Raiders moved a while ago to Vegas. So then again, Seattle still has the Mariners, right?
Last time I checked.
No, they're gone.
What?
As soon as the season's over, can we just not talk about them again until March, please? My blood pressure's already high enough.
Right? You get that checked, bud.
Wayne J. Mike needs to teach them how to tackle. Classic weird Hawks game. Please do better against the whiners. I think he means Niners.
Oh, no, he said it right.
Yeah, Wayne J. Classic weird Hawks game. Why do some teams just have these like personalities or things that happen to them seemingly no matter who's the coach and who's the players?
I mean, a lot of teams have weird games, man. Someone on Twitter said, hey, weird shit happens.
We just don't see it because we're not watching those teams?
Yeah, and they're not in first place.
Okay. Fair enough.
But you're right. We do have to do a better job of tackling. You're absolutely right.
So the Seahawks don't have more weird games than other teams?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
McNeil? Is he still
It'd be
here?
hard to quantify what a weird game means anyway.
Oh, he's
You know what I
asleep.
mean?
Katie, get that picture, please.
Yeah, man.
Our statistician is...
We
indisposed.
have more weird games than other teams? It feels like it to me.
I mean, the only weird game I remember is the Fail Mary.
That was a weird
That was
one.
a weird one, right?
Yeah, that was a strange one.
Do you remember any other weird one? That's what comes to mind when I think weird.
That was kind of the weirdest end of all time.
The replacement official. Only officials that got anything right.
One's going like
Bring
this.
those guys back.
The
and
other
the other
one's
one's
going
just
like
out.
this. The other one's going like this.
And then they look at each other. There's a freeze frame where they're like,
And then they switch. Oh! Oh, man. All right, Alita's back. Football drinking game. One drink for each of these. Every first down. Oh, geez. What? Just for every first down? Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Penalty flag is thrown. 20-plus
that's
yard
That's
play.
6 right there. I know that.
Every punt. That's a lot. These are a lot of drinks. I figured it out. The refs don't hate the Hawks. They just want us to win the game instead of Lofa. Huh? Lol. Alina, what are you talking about tonight?
I don't know, but I love it, girl. That's a great game. We're going to have to play that.
Can we not blame the refs 2 weeks in a row,
No,
please, as a fan base?
I give the refs credit on this one because that fumble, eerily close. The ball just has to cross that little white stripe, any part of it. And it looked like it was close. And then, was it Jay Reed, I think? I think Jay Reed's ass forced that fumble. Must have been leg day, ladies and gentlemen.
Another butt fumble.
It happened. And then we got the longest return in history.
Man, he's got that cast on his arm, too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I play with the cast. It sucks.
Man, I will give the refs credit for letting it go also and, not blowing it dead and letting the play finish itself out. And, I mean, he slowed down several times, kind of wondered if they're going to blow the whistle or not.
I was almost concerned they were going to call it a touchdown because all touchdowns are reviewed rather than,
You mean them going in?
Yeah. I
Right.
thought they were just going to say, hey, touchdown, because we can review it anyways. And thank God they didn't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
that was an
then-
exciting play.
It's got to be irrefutable evidence.
I will give credit to our guy McNeil because we were watching that one from under the Hawk's nest, so we were right there on top of it. And I had already given up at that point. I thought, oh, great, here we go. And he goes, no, stay positive. They haven't scored yet.
Hey.
I said, yet? And then they snapped the ball. And next thing you know, Jenkins is running the
and we
other way.
score.
And, yeah,
hey,
there you
give
go.
us
So,
a blade of grass and we will protect it. And
Stay
that's
positive.
what they did. Yes.
yeah,
Something good is about to happen. And it did.
it did.
Right?
Speaking of something good, here's another text from Alina. At least the Huskies came back and won. Not only that Penix, Curse, and Billy Joel were at Billy Joe, sorry, not Joel. That's the
They're
musician.
both pretty dope.
We're at the game, not in our doghouse. All for you, dog father. Alina's a big-time Husky fan. She knows I am, too.
Yeah.
Huskies getting right against Michigan, even though they dropped the 2 before that. But
Yeah, but beat what? Top 10 team, right? Or whatever.
yeah.
They were.
Oh, they're back. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the thick of things in the Big Ten.
Right? Hey, you just got to be in the top 12.
Alina goes on in another text here. Explain their defense jumping the line. I thought that was a 15-yard penalty and a first down. Am I wrong, or is there a special team?
Special rule for our team.
Or is there, yeah, I know. Again,
So was this on the kick? Is that what we're talking
I
about?
think she's talking about the field goal
the field
attempt
goal
at the end.
The
yeah.
one that was blocked? Yeah. So from my understanding, and we will get a clarification on this, Alina, just for you. If you run and jump and push off or even touch, like you don't have to push off, but if you touch the lineman, that is a 15-yard. when you're up on the line of scrimmage and you jump over, which is what Simmons did, it was just an incredible act of athleticism. And, I mean, the guy made a play.
But I thought there's something about. So that guy aside, it's the other guy
If he
who's
was holding,
pushing the long snapper's head into the ground as the other guy's jumping over the top. I thought you weren't really allowed to go after the snapper like that anymore.
That was just good old-fashioned football back in my day, ladies and gentlemen.
I know that, but I think they have changed the rules. Speaking of all the crazy rules and how they like to switch them up every once in a while
Hey,
or whatever.
you stumped the Schwab, all right? We'll get to the bottom of this.
Are you friends with any NFL officials we can call?
Friends with the official? Did you just say that? No.
I knew what your reaction would be.
Unbelievable.
Oh, what do we got? Zachary jumping in the chat here. Have we ever seen Zachary before? Could be a first timer here. Zachary, welcome to the show. Went to the game, bad tackling, poor communication, coverage mistakes on D, poor blocking, untimely penalties, lack of focus with lack of opportunities.
And we were still in it. But those are all valid points, Zachary. Sorry. But bad tackling, absolutely. Communication, yeah. Coverage mistakes, they were picking the zone apart. And that's why I just thought, hey, let's switch it up and just go man. At least there's no excuses at that point. Like, whether you're sending pressure or whatever, at least, hey, this is we used to call it cat coverage. I got this cat, you got that cat. All right? That's as simple as you can get.
I like that.
Right? And don't let your guy catch the ball. Right? And so, but for Slayton to get all the way across the field, that one probably had to be man coverage, that the touchdown. For him to get all the way across the field and catch that, 40 yards down the field, the rush is not getting home, right? Whether it's four guys going or if we sent an extra guy, the rush just wasn't there today.
It's got to be a better answer, though, than just we need to get these guys back from injury because it's football. You're never going to have all your guys from injury. So the guys who are out there need to step up.
Absolutely. No, they will look at the tape, be honest, and adjust accordingly.
Okay.
But, Zach, you're right. You're right, Zachary.
Carson Gentry chiming in.
Game was maddening.
The game was maddening. But it's even worse when I see, quote, fans calling for Coach Mike's job. What? Anything to silence the Mike haters. It's only been 5 games. These are 2 losses. This one is the ugliest of his tenure here so far.
Yeah.
But it's early.
Oh, yeah, first place.
Yep.
That's what I would say. First place.
First place. I think if anyone out there is calling for Coach's job, that's the overreaction corner of Twitter.
Well, that is, yeah.
Which is a fun place to be sometimes. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, that sounds stressful.
Don't knock it till you try it. Just remember what you're reading and, come back to the light.
I don't got time for that kind of energy. Keenan?
Yeah, I wanted you to take it.
Yeah. I was reading the name, sir, and then you put it out there for me. Thank you. This loss just leaves a bad taste. True. What's our biggest point of emphasis heading to the Niners? We got to get some fucking turnovers, man. Mm-hmm. That's what's going to solve some problems on defense, give our offense some more opportunity. Brock Purdy will shred us in zone. If Daniel Jones did this, Purdy, even without McCaffrey and some of the weapons, and then Jordan Mason, holy shit.
Yeah.
This dude's for real.
Yeah.
And so Tracy, a very gifted runner and has a great burst. Jordan, he's just tough. He is going to bring the fight to you. Those are the running backs I liked to face because I don't want to get juked by a guy like Tracy. I hated chasing those little guys, even though I was a little guy, but they were littler. So it's I think the point of emphasis, if we get a couple turnovers, 2 to 3, should be the minimum mandatory. It's a different outcome. We're undefeated at that point, right? With these 2 games that were close, and we're singing a different tune, but we're still in first place, and this is a big game because divisional, man, huge.
This one comes in from I'm here so I won't get fined.
Touché.
We really need Mafe out there. That guy makes such a huge difference. Also, my buddies and I are planning on going to the Seattle going to Seattle for Packers v. Hawks. It'd be my first time at Lumen. Much love from SoCal. What's up? Yeah, come to the game versus the Packers. That's awesome. We'll be there. We're at every home game.
Yep.
So stop by if you can. And here, the first point, we need Mafe out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that he was going to be out, I must say my heart went into my throat a little bit, a lot bit.
Well, and then China went down again.
Then Chenna went down again.
Our pets' heads are falling off. Sorry, I had to go to a movie quote.
I did one from the same movie in the stands.
Laugh to keep from
right
crying.
when we got the ball back towards the end with a chance to win it. I went, so you're saying there's a chance.
I love it.
But
Positivity.
no, then the field goal got blocked. Eaglet Snupper. Y'all got to be in studio more. Zoom calls ain't it. Yeah, I agree. It's just, this is a hell of a commute. But I'm glad to be here. I agree, though, Eaglet Snupper. Thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for jumping in the chat.
You're right. That's all we can say.
Alina, how many of us were wishing Walter Jones would and Jermaine would suit up for the game one last time? One for all and all for one. Jermaine and Walter in the house today. Walter raising the flag. He has to have done it before, right? That can't be the first time for the Hall of Famer.
No, he's done it before.
He got the crowd riled up.
Right?
Have you done it?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
When was that?
17. Mm-hmm. Versus the home opener versus the Niners.
How's that experience?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Because just to hear the roar of the crowd again, right?
And they play that cool video
just
package.
Like she said, one last time.
Yeah.
One last time.
You had to be going ape shit up there.
It was awesome. My kids got to see it. I think that was like what was so special about it, because my kids don't even know I fucking played football. Like Blue Friday, they see kids walking around with jerseys of 51 and the name on it, and they're like, "Why somebody got our name on a jersey?" I'm like, well, your dad used to play in the league for the Hawks. Like, yeah,
They're not that bad.
Bro,
Really?
bro. Yeah. I mean, this was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But,
Now they know.
I think so, but I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. It's just kind of like it's funny. It was funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like comical, but yeah, I guarantee you, Walter Jones could still suit up. That's one of the best athletes I've ever seen in my life. It's the best football. I play with a lot. 3 Heisman Trophy winners, a lot of All-Pros, Hall of Famers. Walter Jones is the best football player I have ever played with.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. It's one of the most just kind of chill, just sort of down-to-earth human beings I've ever had the chance to talk to also.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that guy needs his own reality show.
Zachary, he says DK fumble after D forced 3 and out to start the second half. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm right with you on this one. I pulled up sort of the drive, what do you call this thing here? The
drive summary?
The drive summaries, yeah. And that was the one I pulled up right away.
You did.
It's in the third quarter. It's right after the punt. We get the 33-yard pass to lock it. That drive starts out awesome.
What a great move by the little guy.
Yeah.
Like 3 moves. Ha.
And then we got a 7-yard run from Kenneth Walker. And the crowd goes wild. Everything seems to be on the up and up. And then the very next play, no huddle, shotgun, Geno Smith, short pass to DK for 10 yards. However, Banks
Gino, great point right there.
forces the fumble.
Zachary, and then you right there with the no huddle.
Mm-hmm.
Gino has great command of the offense. And if we put like the up tempo, we did this against the Patriots to quiet the crowd noise over there. That's something that like I thought we would have went to when we were like a little stale in the first half. Only 17 plays to 39. That is not awesome. So I thought we were going to utilize the no huddle to at least that get them tired. Like, but you're kind of in a predicament because your defense was just out there for 22 minutes. So I understand why Grubbs like waited to unleash that until he had to, because it's like these guys are tired.
Mm-hmm.
They've been out there all day, like all day,
All day.
all day.
Ding.
So let's give them a little breather, right? But I think we're gonna need some fucking oxygen tanks.
I think you
man.
get a point for that, too. Are you keeping score on the podcast tonight? Lofa gets a point for the all day.
Do I?
Yeah.
When that
Put
game
him down.
start, I like it.
I just started it just now.
Hey, I can do this all day.
Oh, no.
2 points.
No, now take his point away.
Lofa to 2 points. Whoa.
John Langston jumping back in the chat. This is what I found in my research. Is it? Oh, it is a foul if a player initiates unnecessary contact against a player who is in a defenseless posture. The NFL did not deem it unnecessary.
I don't know anybody more defenseless than a guy with his head between his legs while snapping a ball. That poor guy.
Man, they get those legs wide too.
My hammies hurt.
Yeah, some flexibility, Holmes.
Must do a lot of yoga.
And then the Giants guy, he's got both hands on his. you like your line? Must do yoga. No, he's got both hands here, and he's just he's on his shoulders. It's
just giving him the business, huh?
Giving him the business. Yes, he was. Yeah. Alina jumping back in. Did you all see the awesome Marshawn interview on the Pat McAfee show? It was hilarious. The guys said it was the best interview. Want him every week. Marshawn, anything Marshawn does is hilarious. We've talked about that 1,000 times.
One of the best. Him, like all the running backs were absolutely hilarious. Like that I played with. Like Edgerrin James. I don't know if you guys follow him. You better go check him out because that dude,
really
unreal.
Huh.
And Marshawn, yeah, he definitely takes the cake.
I have not met Marshawn yet. However, week 1 this year, I was walking up to meet you. I think you were in a suite. And so I was walking down the hall of all the suites, and there was Marshawn sitting like kind of against the wall and in the hallway and like just in a folding chair just by himself doing his own thing. And even that got a chuckle out of me. Just seeing him kind of do his own thing on his own, just being himself.
Where'd he get the chair?
I don't know. It's the only chair in the entire hallway.
Classic Marshawn.
Whatever he wants. Jonathan Smith. Probably not the coach of the Cal Bears.
No.
But
I thought it was
that
the
is
running
a
back
Jonathan
of
Smith, though.
Remember, and he's not the running back from Wazoo back in the day that beat us.
It's another Jonathan Smith. Late probably already said the team did not deserve to win today. Ooh. I wanted to go outside and break things.
Whoa.
This feels like what happened last year. Jonathan, you came to the right place. Me too, pal.
No, Jonathan, don't break anything.
That was a frustrating. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, man, those were my feelings after this one as well.
Yeah.
Pretty upset.
I don't know. It's tough for me. Like, I don't think anybody loves football as much as I do. I don't believe that to be true. I'm a football guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to understand the real, like, emptiness of defeat that fans feel.
You don't feel it?
No.
Not in the same way.
How do I feel that? Kick me in the nuts?
Well, you had to be here through the 90s. First of all.
Oh, hold up, homie. I was
okay.
I was in a worse spot.
Yeah.
My dad played for the Patriots. I think they had one winning season.
Yeah. Brutal times.
And
you know?
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I loved them, but I didn't hang on every win or loss. Like, when they tell us we're mathematically eliminated, that's when I think I ever get the feeling of, like, shit. Like, it's literally over this season, right?
This was a frustrating one, though, man.
No, I absolutely agree.
You know, I mean, if you kind of just boil it down to the DK fumble, to the offensive line giving up a bunch of sacks, to a blocked field goal at the end, to sliding 1 yard short of picking up a first down.
Well, half a yard, right? And then the rollout pass where Geno has no time. I think Brian Burns got his first sack of the season. And it's just like, and I think the guy might have been open in the flats too. It's just like, but they had the right blitz dialed up. They were expecting roll action, and they fucking brought it. So you got to give them credit. You know, those guys get paid too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't feel good. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not over here happy.
Right.
Like I'm sad, but it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, but it's nerve-wracking times because it seems like this might be a sign of what's to come a little bit, because this is 2 weeks in a row for the defense. They got to get right.
Oh, brother, yeah. preaching the choir on that one.
Yeah,
we gotta get
feel
right.
you. Hey, I noticed people jumping on here. Sunday Night Football is wrapping up, so I think we're gathering audience members
Who
here.
won that
Thanks for
pillow fight?
joining. Thanks for tuning in. The question of the night: where are you tuning in from? Just put your location in there. I've also been asking what has you most pissed off. Lofa and I are here all night to read your super chats
All day.
and hang out with you.
That's another point. Yeah, thanks, Katie.
Okay, we're gonna have to have some judges though. It can't just be saying all day. It's sort of clever.
no.
Oh, I got a point for that.
Well, no, technically that's
these
a
points are
technicality. Technicality.
Points are easy to get.
I'm up
man.
2-0.
How about I get a point for telling you about our sponsor, Delta?
Yeah.
Delta.
Oh.
Delta, everybody. Delta is who supplies my commute up to these home games each and every Sunday morning when the Seahawks play at home. And I can tell you it's the most comfortable airline on earth. I'm not just saying that. I could have upgraded to Comfort Plus today for $10, I think.
Ooh.
That was it for that flight. So you know I did that on the app right away. Got that credit card information saved. I was like, no brainer. Boom.
Cha.
Also, another no-brainer, sign up for 12 Status, everybody. Go to
you got it.
12status.com. You get 1 Delta Sky Mile for every yard that the Seahawks throw for all season long. So, again, this game, maybe a little bit down in picking up those Delta Sky Miles. Last game, you got 495 of them.
I think we had 280.
added. So make sure you sign up for 12 Status. What's that?
I think we got, was it 280? Go to
I'll check it out.
Coeur d'Alene, maybe.
You have 284 today. Diana is jumping in the chat. You want to take it?
Diana, thank you for joining us. How do players put today behind them and go straight into a short week from your friendly redhead?
I think that's kind of what you're trying to describe is the mindset of a player and how you guys can, compartmentalize and move on after things like this.
Good word. So, yeah, you literally don't have an option. You have to correct what you can because it's a copycat league, and I'm sure you've heard that before. So whatever worked, the other team's going to try. It's very easy to run the same play, especially if it was successful. And so I anticipate a lot of the runs we saw today are going to happen. The Niners are going to scheme that way. But for us, just shit happens, right? Like you don't get too high on a win, you don't get too low on a loss. Like it's like I reference Kobe Bryant a lot because like that Mamba mentality, like just stay even keel and do not get too excited because like when you play like emotional like that, when you have the down, it's going to be bad, right? And so I promise you they will get it corrected what they need to. But I feel like with both these teams, this is like how people always build up, like this is a must-see. This is going to be a bloodbath. Like
The Niners game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, so you can't sit there feeling sorry for yourself about what happened today. Like you literally, you're watching the tape. I would always do. I go home, watch every game, and be ready with notes and prepared, and just be honest with the film the next day when you sit down as a team, and then in your defensive rooms, and then your linebacking room, right? And so they're going to do that. I know these men, and their character, and they'll be ready.
Is it hard to believe that we're already talking about the 6th game of this season already?
Mm-hmm.
It's wild how fast the NFL starts going once it gets started.
That shit wasn't fast when I was playing, bro.
I can't imagine.
Tell you what, like waking up the next day, like,
Right.
Oh,
But
when did that happen?
This is definitely the biggest game of the year so far. It's one they have to have. It's a huge division game.
Have to have because we have to go down to Santa Clara eventually, right? So this will give us a little breathing room in a very tight race. Because, man.
Here, Stone Feet Forsyth jumping back in the chat and bringing it up exactly what we're talking about. If we can't beat this injured 49ers team, how can we beat a healthy 49ers team? Stone Feet Forsyth, if we can't beat an injured Giants team, how can we beat an injured 49ers team? By the way, every team is injured. This NFL season is wacky with how many players are out all over the place.
Wild. Like, every fantasy team I have is just depleted. Smoked. But, yeah, good point. If we can't beat them, more turnovers. That's how we do it. More opportunities for offense, right? And just McDonald going to the presser and saying, we got to get K9 going. Trust me, it's going to be a large dose of K9.
Poncho Honcho.
You like that?
He says, where can we cop that clean-ass shirt, Lofa?
Hey, merch is coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. Coming soon. And Pancho Honcho, I will let you know.
We got a lot of designs coming soon, guys. We will have a store that we're going to be opening up, so stay tuned for that. Tonight, all you got to do is be putting a comment in and liking the video, and we'll enter you in to win tonight's giveaway, which is a piece of our new merch when it all drops and when it all comes out. There's a lot more than just that coming. If you like that, wait till you see what else is coming. Daniel Garcia jumping in the chat. IDK, if it's just me.
That means I don't know.
Right. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen McDonald's creativity with the whole simulated pressure. Quarterbacks know 21 is coming, and they usually pick it up. Yeah. He comes on the blitz a lot. When he gets there, it's awesome. Mm-hmm. And when he doesn't get there, they seem to find someone right over the top.
Yeah, and I think we'll self-scout. Good observation, Daniel. Self-scout, and you can't be predictable, right? You have to have other guys that can go. And I think, like Rayshon, I think that's a guy that you can switch up. He's interchangeable because he just brings the funk, right? And, a lot of times, in the day, I got to play with some very talented safeties. Lawyer Malloy comes to mind, right? And you're a big Dog fan.
Big Husky fan, yep.
I just remember when they had a lot of pressures in for me, and they always signaled the mic. So if you signal the mic, when the center goes, hey, Mike 5-1, or the quarterback does that, that's where they're setting the protection to pick the blitz up. And I was like, dude, just fucking send Lawyer. Every time the guy goes, something good happens. The ball comes out fast, he forces a fumble, he gets a sack, and momentum builds because Law is reckless going after that quarterback. Law dog.
So that's what we should do.
You mix it up, just like Daniel was saying. He's like, if they know that Spoon's coming on the blitz, and he's our best coverage guy. And I was a decent blitzer. I was a better coverage guy, and that's when I went to Gus Bradley and Pete, and I was like, yo, I think we should send Lawyer more than me.
Yeah.
And I think Lawyer in year 16 had 6 sacks.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
Can he still suit up?
I guarantee you. He's a different breed, man.
Bionic Giraffe 94 entering the chat. No problem with the refs this week. Why don't we run the ball? Hell yeah. I agree with that. I think that's the biggest question that everybody is asking tonight.
It's the first time because I've had a lot of praise for Grubb. He's just scheme-wise, matchup-wise, individually, putting our best players in a favorable position, and getting the ball and create creative ways. I've had a lot of praise for him. It's something, and even the head man addressed it. Got to get K9. So, look, Grubb knows. Trust me, no one's more upset than Grubb at this. It's, but you can't pitch a perfect game every time, and he's been pretty damn good. Probably more concerned about the defense right now.
You guys know we'll be here all night as long as you're putting in super chats. We're here to read them. Text your friends. Let them know that we're on live right now. Send them this link. Let's see how high we can get this viewership number tonight. I want to set another record, especially off of a loss. I feel like a loss is a good time to get the family together and commiserate with each other. We might need each other through these times. So
family.
Let everybody know that we're on.
Can get you through hard times.
Wayne J., producer Money Mike, can you please get KJ on the live stream on Thursday?
Yeah. I think that's a conflict of interest for our guy.
Busy guy. He's going to be pretty busy that day.
Yeah,
he's
got some things going on.
Yeah. Can you imagine, though, if just after the game, win or loss, we could just be like, hey, by the way, what are you doing?
We should just kidnap him. Well, now it's premeditated. We'll edit that out.
We can't say that.
out.
Yeah, I think the lawyers would have a problem with some of that stuff. So, yeah. Alina Dahl, this movie quote definitely works for today. I'm getting too old for this shit. I got that one.
Okay, what?
You don't have that one?
No.
Okay, here I'll give you some more clues. You're gonna get it right away.
Okay.
Danny Glover.
Oh, Lethal Weapon.
There you go.
So,
You just needed one clue. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm getting too old for this
Was
shit.
it 1 or 2?
I think he says it in 1, and then it's the catchphrase
And
for
because like they went
whole
to 4,
franchise.
didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with Chris Rock, finally.
Yeah.
And Jet
Joe
Li.
Pesci.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Stone Feet Forsyth here, burning up the chat tonight. Thanks for being here, man. Thank you for filling up the chat. Run defense was a problem last year, and it's a problem this year. Mike has to stop sending Spoon if he's not getting home. Why was our worst corner on their best wide receiver?
Trey had a tough day. I think everyone knows that. And his play style changed when they hit a deep one, and that's Slayton's a damn good receiver. I know he doesn't get the credit because honestly, Daniel Jones has never had time. So like with coverage, I am concerned. What you just brought up was the pass rush or lack thereof. So got to get more creative in who we're sending, which was I think Daniel's question about like if people know Spoon's going. It's our best coverage guy. So with injuries, you got to use him in coverage, unfortunately. Like, you don't have the freedom to send him. And I think McDonald knows that. Dude, he's called more games than me. I'm not going to sit here and act like he had a bad game plan. It's just we got outplayed, and that's what every player will tell you, like, that is honest with losing a game, like, because it ultimately comes down to us. That's why I never got nervous for a game because I knew I had say in what went down. But as a coach, I was nervous as shit for the first preseason game. That's how wild that is.
Because you're just watching.
Because I can only hope that I gave them enough information, but not too much where I slowed them down. Because they are some of the best athletes in the world, and what we're doing is very complicated. I know you just see people running around with big hits. Like, no, like there's a lot of strategy that goes in this game. That's what I love watching, is the strategic. It's a chess match, and like how the coaches match wits, and it's a thing of beauty. And that's but you're right. You're right. We got to be better.
The next one here from Eaglet Snapper.
We have to know what that name. Where did it derive from?
It's got to be a gamer tag, right?
Yeah.
Where does it come from? Let us know.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the 4th and 1 play action fake with no run game?
Damn.
Nailing it. We have the smartest audience, really.
Got to change your name to Eaglet Sniper because, bam, you shot one there.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, the 4th and 1 on our own 35. That's another point in the game that is clearly marked here as a turning point.
You got me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because no one falling for that bullshit.
How about the decision to go for it there?
Love it.
On your own 35?
Yeah. How many times has our defense been in a horrible situation this year? Right? Miami twice with the first game of the season, like 4 times, 2 safeties given up, a punt muffed in the red zone, an interception back to the 15, and we've stood up every time. So I got faith in these guys. But, yeah, no, that's an excellent point, though. It's like, okay, are they really biting on this run fake?
Mm-hmm.
And no, Brian Burns went straight to the quarterback.
Yeah, sacked Geno Smith for a loss of 8 yards on 4th and 1 from Seattle's zone 35.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ugly.
It didn't look good. It looked ugly. CJ King joining the chat tonight. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you to all you guys who are loading up the chat. It's really awesome. As you know, Lofa and I will be here for as long as you guys want to chat. Also, I see the number going up. They're doing it. They're texting their friends and family, sending the link out there. Keep going, guys.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Let's get this thing as high as it's ever been. We need to elevate Artie Burns if Reek is hurt.
Yeah.
Ooh, you think?
Possibly. Right?
You like Artie Burns and his game?
Yeah, Artie's a different style of cornerback, tall, athletic. He's a burner. He can run, and like Trey can run too. Just that tough dude. He's like, just getting out, thrown in there like cold. I know we're all pros and we, professionals, and we have to be ready when our number's called. But just Slayton, I was very impressed with Slayton. I don't put this as Trey wasn't up for it. He's a dog. He is awesome. It was a tough matchup, and after you give up one, you know, he was playing on his heels, even on the short stuff. Like, he was backpedaling on his heels where he didn't have his even weight distribution to plant and come back because he has those cat-like quickness, right? He's one of those few guys like Spoon that quick and also straight ahead speed. So it was tough duties. Pass rush. That's what I need.
Solves a lot of things. Haley Blue jumping in the chat. Was a disappointing loss. I love the relationship between you.
You're my boy, Blue.
I don't remember. I have promo codes
you're my
for
girl,
several
Blue.
different ones. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I was a guest on Brett was doing the podcast on your own for 2 years?
Yeah, producer Katie and I started doing podcasts like 5 or 6 years ago. A buddy of ours was starting a podcast company, so he knew I was a Seahawks fan. I did the first season talking to myself by myself.
I gotta go back and watch that shit.
And then this buddy of mine said, hey, like, who would be, Katie actually one time said, if we could ever get a Seahawk or someone to help co-host, who would your ideal co-host be? I said, sure, I don't know if you know the name, but have you ever heard of Lofa Tatupu? My favorite when I was watching as a fan. He's smart as hell, and he'd be the best partner ever. And then, lo and behold, it turns out we had a mutual friend, and you guys went to USC together. One thing led to another. Here we are, all these years later.
Loaf and behold.
Yeah.
Braun
So,
Huisenstam.
we did our show for, what, 4 or 5 football seasons? Yeah.
This is 5, I think.
Before jumping on to
And
All
then
Day with these guys.
We got the call from Big Mike and the boys.
Yeah.
And Big Mike is the boys. He's a one-man band, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
One day we're going to get him on here. He's fighting us on it, but we saw someone call for Money Mike.
See, and I was watching Lofa play for years and years and years without ever having met, and you were watching me play in some movies and stuff before we had ever met, and now here we are.
Small
See?
world.
There you go.
It's called fate.
You were a fan of the Stanford Prison Experiment, weren't you?
Yes. So Brett I don't know how many of you guys seen it. Brett, big time actor, Stanford Prison Experiment. And
It's a fun one.
Yeah.
Well, I say a fun one, but
Tell the story. You were on the road.
Oh, yeah. How it happened. I was on the road. It was 15 or 16, right?
yeah, it came out in
Is
15.
when it came out. And so, you're on the road. You don't go out. You just pick a movie. So I'm coaching, and everybody's like, hey, let's watch. Like, some of the coaches are like, I'm going to order this movie. And so I was, all right, I'll check it out. So you have something to talk about, right? There's a lot of downtime other than meetings. And everybody's like, just check out this Stanford Prison Experiment. And so I was like, all right, I'll check it. So I watched it, and we all go down to breakfast, and, like, I sit down there's players and coaches sitting there, and they all got breakfast, and everybody's just kind of quiet. And I'm just fucking grubbing. Like, hey, guys. And they're like, did you watch the movie? I was like, yeah. I go, that was awesome. And they were all very concerned,
Yeah.
right?
With your lack of concern?
Yeah. I think that. And so I don't know what
it
that
is
says
about a psychological experiment, so maybe you guys were conducting your own that morning.
I don't know, I guess, but they were like, just like looking at me, and I was like, what? I got a bug hanging? What's going on, man? And yeah, but that I didn't know that I was watching my co-host at the time.
Yeah.
And check it out. It was awesome movie.
Thanks, man.
A thriller for sure. Talk about a roller coaster ride of emotions.
Yeah, thanks, man. We had fun filming it, I guess is what I should say. Rey Mysterio. The Rey Mysterio? Wow. Joining the chat. It could be him. To the guy that blocked our field goal kick, UFA.
Oofa.
Oh, sorry. I never know if it's like a text abbreviation or not.
Oofa Tatupu.
Yeah. Stone Feet Forsyth jumping back in. Charles Cross is the only player on the O-line that's worth a damn. Connor Williams is okay. Thoughts?
When you give up 7 sacks, I don't know if anybody's okay. Like, I think a lot of issues to resolve there. And yeah, dropping back 40 times, even with Gino as great as he is, it's not the recipe, right? to put all of it on Gino's arm is tough. And then really Gino was just like, yeah, guys aren't open. So he started taking off, right? Like, and he can run, man. Wow.
Yeah. Stone Feet Forsyth continuing here. Hey, Brett, what's more offensive, my name or the offensive line? It's the offensive line. Yeah. I think your name's funny.
What are you going to change your name to? It's got to be Sweet Feet Forsyth.
Jonathan Smith again.
Right?
Love Gino's play. DK needs to learn to walk the line a little better. Love his aggro, but he's on the wrong side of the line, and it hurts the team.
Got a Johnny Cash it, huh? Walk the line.
Yeah. What do you think here?
Walk hard.
You like a fiery quarterback?
Oh, yeah.
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 Stay fiery.
Yeah. Stay savage. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, did it hurt the team today?
I didn't feel like it did.
No, the fumble hurt us. But
Yeah.
wait, who are we talking about?
No,
DK
he
or
was talking
Gino?
about
Oh, okay.
Gino. So.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. No, not DK.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. I felt like Gino's anger, maybe he's talking about at the end of the game, like I was saying, he kind of threw the ball in frustration. I mean, if anything, I think he's just incredibly frustrated, and I kind of like to see that, actually.
Yeah, we got to call Norrico, see if we get more miles, because he threw that thing.
He chucked that thing. His give a shit meter is off the charts, and I like that.
He's a leader.
Yeah.
He's a leader amongst men, and that's what you want.
Alina Dahl, Brett, you need to look up chat abbreviations. Yeah, I know. Brett, minus a point for that and mispronouncing names. Okay, fine. You come read them live if you think it's so easy. Lofa, plus 5 points for knowing chat info and pronouncing names correctly.
Yeah.
LOL.
Laugh out loud, laugh out loud, laugh out loud.
Yeah, but you
laugh out
guys
loud.
notice that he says, no, you take it all the time, okay? And then I jump in and take it. So maybe I announce some names wrong sometimes. All right? I'm sorry. So maybe I'm not a perfect person, okay? Maybe I'm not Trey Brown. Maybe I'm not. Or,
I was with you till you said that.
all right. What else we got here? Oh, no, you pronounce that name then. Smart guys.
Split P. Hayes. When is Luke going to join y'all? Who the fuck is Luke? The tree. Oh, that guy.
Luke Rayleigh from the Mariners?
The tree of you, I think that might be 3, would be like the 3 best Stooges. I like that. Hey, I appreciate you.
Wait.
I know it's split face.
You mean Luke Ridnour?
Ooh.
Which Luke are they talking about?
Luke Skywalker. Uncle Luke.
One of the best Lukes of all time.
Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke.
Right?
Yeah. Now you're talking.
Luke Kuechly. I could do the name game forever.
They're
Don't get me
not
started.
saying boo. They're saying Luke. Alina Dahl. Brett, minus a point. Again? What? You have the wrong answer. Think older movie. Hint, one of the actors is in it that didn't say it was. What are you talking about? Are we talking about the I'm getting too old for this shit quote?
I'm lost now.
No, I'm getting too old for this shit's Lethal Weapon. For sure.
100%.
100%.
Oh, McNeil's still sleeping. Never mind.
Murtaugh, Riggs.
Oh, he's back. What a
No,
savage.
he's still awake back there. Ben Grant. Sorry. Oh, that one. I walked right into that one. Sorry. Tried to go a little too early. Ben Grant. What is the deal with Abraham Lucas? Do we anticipate that he will be able to play this year? I've seen videos of him doing some squats. I've seen videos of him doing some incline bench presses and things like that. That's been put out on social media, so we know he's working his way back. So I would say that, I mean, what the hell do I know, obviously, but I hope he comes back this year.
I
They
do
need
too.
him. I mean, any help the offensive line can get is needed. How fast can Peters be ready?
At 42? I don't know, man. Like, I got hurt getting out of bed today.
I'm not laughing at Peters or the situation. I'm just laughing at the way you said the way you started.
I'm just
funny.
got been in the league for fucking 2 decades.
Yeah. He's older than both of us
And still doing it.
combined.
No.
No, he's not. No.
What? Dude,
Producer
42 and still in the trenches?
Wait, I'm just gonna let people. Producer Mike and I this week we almost made a video just talking about like what the price of a gallon of gas was when Peters got drafted, like what the #1 movie was, like one of those things that they put out, like a retrospective of like 50 years ago or something.
Some of his teammates weren't even born, bro. I'm just straight dead ass, man. Like,
Well, is that the answer?
I mean, he's an all-pro.
Yeah,
Like,
sure is.
like the experience and now I think about remember when we signed Adrian Peterson and he had a touchdown with us, but we saw as a player / like Jackie Moon, semi-pro. Adrian came in, he raised, and even Rashad Penny gave him credit. He raised his level of play in terms of like, hey, like you got to be decisive, be patient, but once you make that decision, it's go and take the fight to them because that's how Adrian ran, and like we saw him take off, literally like that season, and he gave credit to like what Adrian was able to get out of him in terms of just like watching film with him, studying and talking, and like, hey, like you see this front, like this is where you should expect it to hit, right? So, yeah, I think even from that standpoint, on top of playing, it could be helpful. Just knowing what to do.
Eaglet Sniper.
Yes.
Jumping back in. I changed your name. KJ, do us a favor and leave the middle of the field open. Yeah. Don't you think he'll do us a solid?
No, he's a professional.
Should I text him?
He's going to do his job.
Here,
Yeah.
I'll text him.
Yeah. Hey, man, what are you doing?
Yo, KJ, what's up? You up? Should I hit him with a you up first? You up? Feel like leaving the middle open this week? Question mark. From a friend.
Oh, man.
Nah. I feel like he's gonna have him fired up. Board Skyler. You know what that abbreviation is, right? I've learned this one. It's in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
IMO. In my opinion. Look like the D is finding out how to play together. Who's good at what? What each other's habits are to complement individual play style.
Yeah.
Does it feel like the D is finding out how to play together?
No, he's saying they're trying to, right? Like it's
Oh, that's what it
a
looks like.
lot of new
to him. I
pieces.
see.
A lot of new pieces. You have to get chemistry. It reminds 2007. I think we started out slow, or it was 6 or 7, and we had added, Julian Peterson and some new pieces to the defense, and we were expected to take the next step. And we didn't, and the media, sit down for a production meeting, and there's like, but you got this all-pro, we got Julian from the Niners, and you got this. I was like, yeah, we still have to play within the confines of the defense, and what he was asked to do over there is drastically different than what he's asked to do over here. Like, he had never really played behind the ball in the box, but when you move a guy from the line of scrimmage back 5 yards to behind the ball, the game moves so slow, and instinctually, just off the reads, his reaction time, like with the power or any kind of run, he was just so fast and natural with it. And so it's a learning process. Like he's saying, they got to learn each other and play within the confines of defense. And so I think with all the injuries, you have people that have not played together, right? And that's concerning. Like that, you have to trust, right? That's everything out there.
They got spanked today. They got to come back from it. Got spanked today. I mean, let's be honest. The Giants came in and spanked them. Got to learn.
Yeah,
from it.
you're right. You're right.
Jonathan Smith.
I got nothing for you there.
No, I was talking about both. I have no complaints with Gino. I do with DK.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. He's just trying too hard, and it's going over the line just a little bit. Maybe,
Johnny, I'm going to introduce
okay.
you to DK. I'm going to let you tell him. I'm not going to tell him.
Well, listen, if
no, I hear
there
what John's
is
saying.
something to be said for trying too hard, I think in any business that you're in, honestly, I mean, you got to be loose. You got to be a bit relaxed. You got to let the game come to you sometimes. I've heard athletes say that. But I know on set as an actor sometimes you can feel when people are too tight, and maybe a bit over-rehearsed even sometimes in our world, where you're not coming at it, with the same sort of relaxed mode, which can sort of, where you can perform at your best.
Very tight.
Yeah, a little tight.
Like a tiger.
Little tight.
Tight butthole.
I don't know about that.
Try to run fast with a tight butthole. You can't.
I'm gonna try it tonight. Down the alley. Boy, have I got some social media content for you guys.
Yeah. We'll have a race.
Here
We're
we
going to
go.
clench our cheeks and run.
We'll pick up some followers. Speaking of social media, at All Day Family on Instagram. Everybody.
Alina!
At All Day Pod on Twitter, or whatever they call it these days. Alina Dahl.
Sergeant Hulka said in stripes.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting too old for this shit?
Wow.
Okay, well, let's go ask 10 people on the street.
Also Lethal Weapon.
It's
Yeah.
also from Lethal Weapon too, right?
Wait, is Stripes a movie?
Yeah.
Thought it was a show.
Oh, no, Stripes is a movie. Bill Murray. Yeah.
Never seen it.
Oh.
I'm ashamed of myself.
Oh, man. It's a pretty good one.
Is it?
Yeah.
I got some homework.
Big Herm. 3 games in 11 days is insane,
Right.
especially with a new coaching staff. Go
Right.
Hawks.
And right.
It is insane. But we knew this when the schedule came out.
I know, but I don't think I paid much attention to it. I'm not going to lie. Because holy shit. Like,
It's kind of crazy.
3 and 11
Yeah.
days?
Yeah.
My body hurts.
Also, the Giants were coming off of playing on Thursday.
So they had like a mini bye.
Bit of a mini bye.
So they had, the extra 3 or 4 days to prepare.
It's going to feel strange, everybody, because we have 3 games in 11 days, then we don't play again for a while.
Bye week?
It's not a full bye week. It's sort of our mini bye.
Our mini
so
yeah.
we're going to have all this football and all these games, and then it's going to feel like nothing
Yeah.
for a bit. Weird rhythm to this season so far. Yeah.
We feel like nothing right now after the loss, too.
Do we?
I thought we did.
I don't want to bring you down to my level. I thought you were feeling a little silver lining-y.
I always do.
Silver linings playbook over
I always
there.
believe.
Oh, look at that.
You like that? Little stone my mama gave me. I'll show you guys out there.
That's out of
Didn't we?
focus.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
It
all
says believe on it.
It's nice.
I like to carry it around.
How long you been carrying that around?
I think 5 years now. She used to. She makes me stones too, like protection stones,
Okay.
and I wear those.
Man,
But
I need one of those.
right,
Yeah.
you're
That
not
seems-
getting this one, Chief.
Seems
I see you
comforting.
looking at it.
No, I don't want
Don't
that
even
one.
look at
No,
it.
I need
Don't
my
even
own.
look at
I
it.
would never even think to take that one. That one's yours. But yeah,
You can touch it though.
For anyone
I
listening,
said touch it, not
audio
hold it. I
only.
said touch. There you go. There you go. Believe, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man, thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody. Thanks for being here. To be flat honest with you, I was pretty frustrated and pissed off when it started, but getting to talk with you, getting to chat with all you guys out there, I'm feeling a little bit better at least before I lay my head down tonight and go to sleep.
You're not going to sleep. You're just going to be sitting in your bed, just eyes
I'll
wide
be
open.
Texting you in like an hour.
I know.
But why did they go for it
What
on
about
fourth
this
down?
play? Yeah. That's what really happens, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, there's a few of those. I think I'm gonna be thinking about. That's just because I go home and rewatch the game again,
I do too.
like a sicko.
No, it's okay.
Oh, we got Alina jumping back in late here. Hold on, let's get it before we go. Why all these games put together so close? And are we the only team doing this in the NFL? Yes, we are the only team doing this in the NFL this year. We have no idea why they put them so close, especially since we're the most traveled team every year also. It's completely unfair. The NFL hates us. But don't worry, the script will turn out okay this year.
Yeah. I got a copy of the script.
Yeah, we saw it.
We're in the playoffs.
Yeah, they showed it to us preseason.
Yeah.
So
We'll
don't worry.
replay this when it happens.
We find. You know, we should tweet that. Can we? No, we can't. We told them we wouldn't. We can't take pictures of the scripts, right?
Oh, bro. Act like you've been there before.
Right. My bad. I shouldn't have even mentioned that. Thanks for listening tonight, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. That's it for us. At All Day Family on Instagram, at All Day Pod on Twitter. You also can hit up the email anytime. It's seahawkspod@gmail.com if you want to rant. If you want to send us your thoughts in the middle of the night, you can do that. Email us. Or find us on social media. Shout out to our sponsors, Delta Airlines, EpicSeats.com, Simply Seattle, which is where this hat is from. Use our promo code ALLDAY15 to take 15% off.
All caps.
At Simply Seattle. Please, 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 if you're shopping at SimplySeattle.com, let them know that we sent you there by using our promo code. Give us the credit and take that 15% off of your purchases.
Give yourself the credit.
Yeah. It's all day 15, all caps, all day, 15, all one word. Take that 15% off. And did I miss anything else? Oh, and the contest giveaway from tonight. Just comment on this video, like it. We'll go in a few days, pick from the people that liked and commented, because we know some of you watch tomorrow morning, so you guys can enter as well. We cover it?
Amen, brother.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Love you guys.
All right. On to the...